Okay, guys, so in this case, in these next set of notes, we're looking at the idea of average rate of change. And as I say in the notes, average rate of change is the same thing as slope between 2 points. So what we can talk about is we can say it's the change of y over the change of x, which is the same thing as finding the slope between points. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to find out what the vertical distance is over whatever the horizontal distance is. So in this situation, we're trying to find what is the average rate of change in miles per hour between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. So we're looking at whatever the change of y is over whatever the change of x is. So we are looking at what are we doing vertically over what we are doing horizontally. So it looks like we are going up. Looks like we're going up 150. And then we are going across 2 hours. So it appears that we are going 150 miles in 2 hours. So the average rate of change during this course of time is 75 miles per hour. That's how fast they are going over that 2-hour interval. So in this case, we're looking at between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. So once again, guys, we are trying to find out, okay, what is the change of y over the change of x? And I've drawn kind of what's happening vertically. It looks like we are going up 50, it appears. We're adding 50. We're going up 50 over the course of 2 hours. And usually this is how it works out when I go on vacation, at least. When I get closer to somewhere, I go a little bit slower. So let's see. I got 50 miles. That was the vertical change over the horizontal change, which is 2 hours. So it appears my speed was 25 miles per hour. In C, what we're asked to do is we're looking at between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. And we are looking at what are we doing vertically over what we are doing horizontally. So in this case, it appears that I'm not going up at all, or I'm not going up at all. So we're going to say, hey, there is no change vertically. And it appears that it was 1 hour that I traveled horizontally. So it appears that in this time period, for various reasons, and I don't know why, we went 0 miles per hour. So overall, we're asked to figure out what is the average rate of change, or what is the average speed that we've traveled over the course of time to go to the vacation. So we are looking at what is the change of y over the change of x. So what am I doing vertically over what I'm doing horizontally? So it appears that I'm going up 350. So I've traveled 350 miles, and it looks like we have gone 2, 4, 6, 8 hours. So if I were to look at this, it appears that we have traveled 43.75 miles per hour. That was our speed. Okay? So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is I want you guys to look at this situation, or the number 2, and try those. And when you're done, try to watch the video just to see if you guys understand what's going on. Okay? All right. So in this scenario, we are doing a marathon, and we're asked to figure out what is the average rate of change. So remember, we talked about it's the change of y over the change of x. So in this case, it's miles per hour. So in this next one, we're asked to figure out what is the average rate of change for interval A. So we're going from this point to this point. And it appears that I'm going up 6 over 1. So my change of y over the change of x would be 6 miles for every 1 hour, or 6 miles per hour. The same thing goes on for B to D. And it looks like I got that to be 3 miles per hour because I'm going up 6 units and horizontally 2 units. For D, we're asked to figure out what is the average rate of change for interval C. looks like I've traveled 0 distance vertically, and I've traveled a half of an hour horizontally, so it's 0 miles per hour. So in this situation, the population, the town of Happyville recorded the following census. In 1970, the population was 2,000, and because of a new business coming to town, the population rose to 25,000 in 1980. Over the next 10 years, the population rose to 28,000. In 2005, the business declared bankruptcy and the population dropped to 18,050. What is the average rate of change for the population of Happyville over the time interval of 1970 to 2005? So there's a lot of years going on here, but the key thing is all I care about is 1970 to 2005. So we want to look at those 2 years. So we're looking at 1970 and 20,000, and then 2005 and 18,950. And just keep in mind, guys, we're trying to figure out what is the change of y over the change of x. So that's the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's. Okay. So in this case, I took 20,000 minus 18,950. I got 1,050. And then I took 1970 minus 2005, and I got negative 35. So it appears that they're losing 30 people per year. And then we just want to look at number 4. So, you guys, Kevin saves money in a checking account with an initial deposit of $1,140. The table below shows his account balance after X number of years. So what is his account balance between week 0 and week 3? What is his average rate of change? So we care about 0, 1,140, and 3, 1,255. So we're just trying to find out what is the average rate of change between those 2 points. What is the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's? And when I figure that out, I got 115 over 3, or $38.33 a year. And for B, we're just asked to figure out between 7 and 12. So why don't you guys pause it and just see if you guys could figure out what it is, because we're just trying to find out between these 2 years, what is the average rate of change between those 2 years and those $2 amounts. And what I got was I got it to be about $108 a year. That's how much I got the increase to be. For C, we're just looking at, okay, between 0 and 12 weeks, what is the average rate of change between those? So we're focusing on 0, 1,140, and 12 and 2,100, and trying to find out what is the average rate of change between those 2 weeks. And when I figured it out, I got $80 a year. When I found the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's, I got $80 a year. Now D is asking you guys, okay, I got $80 a year. Is that what works out every week? Am I increasing by $80 a week? So if I look at this table, am I increasing by that same amount every week? Well, if I look at even just this one right here between 0 and 1, it appears that I'm increasing by 60. If I look at between 1,200 and 1,255, it appears that we're adding 55 over 2 years. Okay? And then if I look at between 1,255 and 1,560, it looks like it appears that we're increasing by $355 for every 4 years. And then from 7 to 12, it looks like we're increasing $540 over 5 years. So none of these average week amount of increases are the same. So I'm going to ask you guys to try the last 2 for 5 for me. And then when you guys have a chance, just look at what the answers were. For number 5, I got the average rate of change to be 36. So we're just looking at 5 and 18. And I got the average rate of change between those to be 36. For B, I got the average rate of change to be 24 because all we're focusing on is between x values of -2 and +26. Okay. Hopefully this helps out, guys. I will see you tomorrow.